Okay, so good morning. Today we're going to be exploring Essex County a little bit, going to the South Mountain Reservation, which is in West Orange. So it's a little bit north of where I am right now, and a little bit north of where I have been exploring recently. I really wanted to get an exploration in today, even though the weather is kind of not so great looking. Like, it looks like it very well might rain. It's very humid out, very cloudy. But school's starting soon, which means work is starting back up for me, given that I work in a school. So I want to make sure that I get some more explorations in before summer is kind of over for me and I'm limited to doing this only on the weekends. So, in case it rains, I did bring an extra plastic bag for my phone, an umbrella, rain jacket. So hopefully we'll get some good exploring in. If not, I tried, right? So it'll be fun either way. Okay, so we're gonna check out this trail. Not really sure where it leads, but I found the trail, this trailhead. This area seems quite expansive, actually. I ran into someone with their dogs. Um, Seeing this little dark colored dog run towards me with a big stick in its mouth kind of caught me off guard. But it's good to know that the trails are traveled and other people are around. Okay, so this may be a good time to say that I have no idea where these trails go. And because it's a little overcast today, it makes the forest seem a little darker. And a little creepy, but it's still really beautiful. So let's see where these trails go. Ooh, we're by some water. I always love being by some sort of river or other body of water. Up there, it kind of looks like there's some sort of abandoned cabin of sorts. I'm gonna try to get a better look. I would try to go down by the water. It looks like you might be able to get down there, but it also is very wet today. It's been raining a lot and it's kind of damp and slippery. But yeah, if you can see that, that is some sort of abandoned or old cabin that used to be in use, I'm assuming. Graffiti on the door now. Cool, and now I'm a lot more close to the water. A lot closer to the water without having to worry about slipping down the bank and falling, getting hurt by myself while, you know, apparently men hiking by themselves periodically come by with their dogs, because everyone knows men can do those things while women have to be a little more careful. It's pretty. It's really peaceful. So I'm kind of unofficially following these. I don't know if that's meant to mean that it's two trails or that it's one that include both colors. We'll see. There's also an orange trail too that seems to go this way, so wherever I end up following is fine. It looks like there's probably trails that go on the other side as well. Oh, it looks like the trail I want goes on the other side as well. So maybe I'm not gonna follow that one. Maybe I'm not gonna play around with walking on slippery rocks. Orange it is. I suppose this is the name of the orange trail, which continues this way. That's where we came from. This other part looks like some sort of access road. Not really sure. let's see where it goes. Okay, so I paused to look up this trail, and this one is about 2 3/4 of a mile. So 2 miles and another 3/4, it looks like. Hello again. So I came to a sort of map of the trail. I think maybe it's like kind of a halfway point or something like that, or just shows different directions you can take. And it looks like if I were to continue the trail, it doesn't end up the same place like I started. And I don't know this area super well, so I wanted to make sure I can find my way back to my car, because South Mountain Preserve is actually over 1,000 acres, so it's a quite expansive place. And I do want to check out other areas of it as well. I believe there is a flower sculpture garden of some sort that I want to check out, and there's also waterways where people go paddle boarding and things like that. We're pretty close to Turtleback Zoo here as well, so who knows, maybe I'll end up there before the day is out. South Mountain Preserve is roughly 2,112 acres, and it has many things to do. So you have some trails that are in the woods that have kind of been preserved in a way that leave them more wild. You have Hemlock Falls, which I didn't see, which I would like to see in the future. You also have a place where you can go bird watching. It looks like construction began in the 1930s to do like the recreation complex and things like that. That probably includes like the waterfront. So the waterfront, which is what you're seeing right now, has about, I think it's roughly like a 2-mile loop along, surrounding all of it. That's only one area of South Mountain Reservation. The waterfront is kind of nice because it is paved. You do have McLoon's restaurant right there. You have pavilions. You have the ability to rent paddle boats. It looks like Essex County does do some sort of recreational activities along the waterfront, such as like yoga for adults. It looks like they have some kind of wellness at the waterfront initiative going on. So they have some periodic things there. You also have walking access to Turtleback Zoo, as well as a couple other offshoot trails that go more into the woods. And it's just kind of a nice place to walk along. It'd be a good place to have kids. You can walk your dogs there. I don't think they want you to bike ride along this trail. That is part of the waterfront, given that it is primarily like foot traffic, people with dogs maybe. There's also Adirondack chairs periodically throughout and benches so you can kind of just relax and just listen to the fountain, take in some of the flora and fauna of the area, and things like that. Parking was free. There was no admission fee to the waterfront or to South Mountain Reservation in general. If you want to see Turtleback Zoo or if you want to rent paddle boats, obviously you do have to pay for those things, but otherwise you can just explore all that South Mountain Reservation has to offer essentially for free, or really just the cost of whatever gas it would take you to get there. South Mountain Reservation does have really like multiple zip codes, as parts of it are in like different towns. I believe like West Orange, Maplewood, Milburn, and some other towns all have parts of the South Mountain Reservation that go into like their own municipality. And yeah, so it's definitely worth looking at. The Watchung Hills are there. There's also some points where you can kind of see certain skylines of some different areas that are around that are more city-like. I think this was a great place to explore today. I would definitely go back. I went to the paddle boats, but it looked like all the paddle boats really required 2 people per boat. And as I am one person, I had a pass, but I did get at least 5 miles of walking in between doing the waterfront trail and doing the trail in the woods, my solo hike. So it was definitely a nice time. I would definitely go back and try to explore more, and I would definitely recommend it to people with children, especially the waterfront area, as they do have restrooms. They do have a snack shack, which was not open, but I believe typically it is open. You can rent paddle boats. They have the paved trail that access to Turtleback Zoo, and also they have like a playground area for children as well. So if you're not sure where to start, the waterfront's definitely great, and then you can also go into the woods for other trails. You had to kind of drive along Cherry Lane to get to some of those places, as it is quite expansive, but it was definitely worth the time, and I would definitely go back in a heartbeat. It's beautiful. You have the comforts of modern life by the waterfront, and then you have the chance to kind of wander around in the woods.